Hello and welcome, Arathix here. It's been a tough week, I must say. I'm just gonna say I hate my job. I can't do it anymore, and I really need to find a new one. Yeah, anyone else out there hate their job? Like, tell me in the comments below. What do you do? Do you hate it? Or you don't even have to say what you do. Do you hate your job? Uh, I'm sure there's a lot of us out there that do. It's quite hard to find a job that's the right fit for you, but enough of that. Let's move on to happier things. So last week, my video, the overview of the city, got over 1,000 views. That's my first video to hit quadruple digits. I am super stoked about that. I'm so happy. Thank you to everyone who watched that video, everyone who liked, a couple of people who commented. I really do appreciate it. I'm over the moon that one of my videos has finally gone over 1,000. Let's hope that we can keep it going. I'm also, I think, at 92 subscribers now. That's also very exciting. Almost hit triple digits. I've said before, and I'm going to say it again in this video, if we can get to 100, I have some Marvel figures, some extras, some dupes, and I would like to start doing some giveaways just to thank you guys for watching and for sticking with me. So if we can get to 100 subscribers, I will start doing those giveaways, and I would really really appreciate it. We're only 8 subscribers away, so if you're watching this video and you've enjoyed any of my content and you want to keep up to date, please subscribe. Let's get to 100. I know we can do it. So on to the actual video. In the overview itself, I said that I would do some videos going into more detail of the MOCs that I've made. So that's Bob's headquarters and also Majisto's magical workhouse, which I built a hill with a little dungeon underneath for. Today we're going to go over that Majisto's magical workhouse, workshop, dungeon and hill in more detail, and then next week we will do Bob's headquarters. I've also finally, after chasing it down through many delivery services, I have also just picked up the Blacktron Renegade, and I am super stoked about that. Really cool set, more Blacktron. Obviously Bob, the overlord of this world, is the CEO of Blacktron. But he runs them. So the more Blacktron I have, the better. And I would like to get another one of these and double them up. But I'll probably do a video on that as well, but it'll be out of, maybe out of sequence, because I usually upload on a weekend, Saturday or Sunday. But I want to do Bob's video for next week, and this set is here now, and I don't really want to wait until the week after that to do a video on it. So I might do an out of sequence video for that one. But without any further ado, let's move on to Majisto's Magical Workshop. Right, so here it is, one of 2 MOCs that I have built over the Christmas break. This one is a MOC to accompany the set Majisto's Magical Workshop. It's a GWP from last year that I revealed in the Christmas haul video. It is this red peaked building here. Just inside behind this big tree. So I basically I started with this thing. So if I move Majisto, this is actually just sort of loosely sitting here. So you can see this actually comes out with a little bit of a challenge. So you can sort of see the underlying. It just sits there, just so that it can sit at a nice angle. But this is the workshop. And I built this workshop, and I really liked it. I really wanted it. You get Majisto here, which is a good figure to have. And I sort of envisioned it having like a dungeon underneath it with like a, like a magical workshop with lots of, potions and bookcases and all kinds of magical things. So I decided to build it a hill for it to sit on. Let's see if I can get this back in here without breaking anything. Right, there we go, put it back. So yeah, it just sits there on the hill. This is my first real time doing landscaping. I've not really done like hills and rock faces and things like that before. Most of my MOCs in the past have been like science fiction bases, which is another thing. Not only have I not really done landscaping, I've not really done any fantasy style MOCs or builds or castle themes or anything like that. So this is a very new style for me. So I wanted to have this nice hill where you've got this nice brown path leading up to Majisto, and we have this Dragon Lord's knight on his way to report to Majisto. He's about to tell him about all the chaos that's going on in the city down in Marvel Street and down the main road down to the gate and all the chaos that's happening there. Majisto is waiting for the news. Has come outside to meet him. Just next to it, we've got this nice, cute little well that I made. Pretty simple pieces used. I just found the bucket and decided, yeah, this base could use a well. So my approach to building this was very much sort of thrown together. Like I just sort of sat down, built a mill's plate, and started experimenting until I got to this point. So I actually started around the back in the dungeon itself. So I'll just spin this around and we'll see if I need to grab another light. Right, so I just got a little light because we started down in this dungeon area. This is where I started building down here. So I sort of built a mill's plate around this area and then left this bit to sort of figure out the details. I built the walls to sort of figure out the shape of the room. Then I found that door in my collection and I decided, wouldn't it be cool to have a door that sort of suggests that there is deeper levels to this dungeon. So I decided to add that in. And then we got all the walls done. And then I decided, let's figure out what we're going to fill it with, because I needed to plan out the furniture in order to start putting down some, floor tiles and things like that. So the story here is that Majisto is aware of the time and space shenanigans happening in the city, and he's invited some magical friends of his to help him figure out what's causing it, and that's the D&D minifigures. I am looking to replace the sorcerer, Gith sorcerer here with Willa the Witch, if I can get a nice copy of her. But we do have Tasha, she'll be staying, and the Tiefling, and they're all trying to help Majisto figure out what's causing all the time and space issues going on. So I started by building this cabinet here on the left. I just sort of wanted to add in some potion type things, get the light in the right place, and just a couple of magical items. Threw this scorpion down here in the corner. It's translucent orange, so obviously not a normal scorpion, and maybe quite a dangerous magical scorpion living down here. Behind the Gith, I don't know if you can quite see it. Let me move her out of the way, actually. Let's move you for temporarily so we can see the back. So they've got a chest of gems there at the back. And we have two different Lion Knights shields. We have a map there at the top in that little section. Next to that, we have two shelves. So I just have, that's an alien, I think it's from the UFO sets, that green, translucent green piece, but it's very cool and looked mystical. So there's no reason why they can't have it. They exist in the same universe. So maybe Majisto sourced this from a meteorite or something that fell. The little orange thing is meant to be just sort of a magical item of some sort. We've got a couple of magical books, like the old style books. I think these came in like the old Harry Potter sets. These different kinds of books that are different from the style that Tash is holding, which are the more modern type. But yep, so that's a little shelf there at the back. They've got the ladder that leads up to the trapdoor on the roof there. And we've got Tasha here from Dungeons and Dragons. She's got her cauldron of everything and is reading some spells to see what she can find out. In the back there, we have the door that suggests the lower levels of the dungeon and a skeleton. There we have a key of... they're not sure what the source of this key is, but it actually accesses the original Lion Knights dungeon, the dungeon of their castle. And then we have our Tiefling sorceress here. She's studying a book that she got from the Sanctum. This is a book from the Sanctum Sanctorum set that I had an extra one of. We've also got a ring here. It is not the one ring, it is just a magical ring. In D&D there are lots and lots of different magical rings that you can have, so it's probably one of them. We'll say like maybe a ring of invisibility, or maybe a ring of regeneration, maybe. And then we have her little dragon here on his little standing post, and a little wine glass as well. And then I did for the floor, I've done just a lot of different circular pieces. I would have liked to have included more 2x2 circular tiles, but I only had 4 of them, so they are just sort of scattered here at the front. And then I filled that in with lots of 1x1s, 2x2 circular plates with the studs on top, and yeah, just various 1x1 pieces. And I think it gives a really nice, cool effect of like an old broken stone floor. But that is the dungeon. So I started by making this, and then I built a base grey. Or actually, I built the roof out of green plates. It's actually a 3, as you can see, it's 3 tiers of plate. That plate there actually is part of the base construction, but there's 3 levels of plate there. I included brown under the green, so sort of like a level of dirt before you get to the rock, and then made that sort of roof plate going all the way around. Then I built a base construction of grey slopes. So all of these grey bricks here and going all the way up to the top. Got that going all the way around. Built a green hill going up here out of mainly 2x4 green bricks, but a few smaller pieces. And then I went round. I actually started with this brown path. Was the first thing that I built after that. So I built this nice brown path leading up to Majisto and his little workshop. Made sure that the workshop could sit at a nice angle. Then I went back and threw in all of the top sloped pieces, because they actually lock the base and the floor of this together. And then I started to run out of dark grey pieces, so I started throwing in some light grey. Liked the colour contrast that added, so I went around and added light grey pieces to the entire thing all the way around. Then I went in and started adding some green, so some of the green plates, green cheese wedges, things like that. Started adding plants and flowers, wanted a lot of colour into this build. I had a lot of flower pieces and plant pieces, a lot of these leaves. I got absolutely loads of these from the pick-a-brick wall, so no shortage of these. And then sort of in the sort of last moment, this tree came to fruition. I just sort of had a moment where I thought, why don't I try and build a tree? Now it is a black tree, as you can see here, because A, I don't have a lot of brown pieces, and B, older castle sets, like some that I remember when I was a kid, they would have black trees. They wouldn't actually use brown. I think some of like the old Forest Men sets and things use black trees. So why not carry on that tradition? Make a black tree. I use mainly some arch pieces for the base and for the branches, and then you've got various types of hinges. These are actually an old style hinge, and if you can see in there, this old style type of hinge I've used. I don't actually know if they still use that in anything, but I had a couple of them. You've got some hook hinges here and some click hinges, just to accomplish some of these angles for the tree. So some of the branches that are coming straight down at different angles, I think it just gives the tree a more natural, less blocky look. I'm really happy with the tree. I've used a different variety of greens and also pinky purple color. Probably, we're going to say that's bright pink. Oh no, that's more of a lavender color. Yeah, I think that's lavender. I think it's the light that's making it look pink. So yeah, we've got those in just because I wanted to have it sort of with a bit more color. Maybe it's a magical tree. So it's got a little bit of that, you know, mystical color in it. Down here we've added some of the old school bushes. I have quite a few of these in my collection. And some more flowers and some more random plant pieces to fill in sort of the garden area, if you will. So it was all very improvised as I was going, you know, like I knew I wanted to build the dungeon part. So we built the dungeon, and then I built the hill and then started throwing on some details, and then the well and the tree sort of came spur of the moment, and here we are. This is the hill of Majisto's magical workshop. Now also Majisto's magical dungeon. So yeah, that's about it. We'll wrap up the video there. I would very much love to hear your thoughts on this build. Like I said, I've never built fantasy before, or castle related MOCs. I've never done landscaping before. This is the first like proper tree that I've ever built. I mean, I did make these little trees, but they're sort of based on the tree that came with the sanctum, so it's not my real design really. I just changed a few colors of things more than anything. So this is my first proper tree as well. So I would love to hear in the comments below what you think of this MOC. So we're just going to take this and pop it back over in the city where it was. See if I can pick this up with one hand, nice and safely. Pop it here. Oh, Majisto's fallen down, but he's easy enough to put back. So that goes there. Yeah, so we'll end the video there. So for now, stay cool, keep building, and I'll see you next time.